Well guys, this is it. Since today's the day before Cuties' second anniversary, I'm going to do an extreme mega killer rant on it. And also, just to let you know that this is the premiere of my review/salute rant series. Anyways, let's start. Today, I'm going to review/extreme mega killer rant on this piece of shit movie called Cuties. Came in the year of 2020, the same year that coronavirus started to spread around the world. Now, let me tell you the reasons on why this movie is not cute, but ugly. 1. For the most obvious of starters, it uses actual filmed footage of sexualized underage girls who also do scripted sexual acts, and no, saying that they made it this way to spread awareness of pedophilia doesn't change the fact that it's pedophilia. All of this is legally considered child sexual exploitation, a serious crime in most countries including France and worldwide. In one scene, one of the female child dancers lifts her crop top to fully display her bare breast. An 11-year-old girl watches a rap music video in which nude women roleplay through sexual dance acts, both heterosexual and homosexual. An 11-year-old female dance group then mimics these acts via on themselves and each other. When Angelica is first seen, the camera is watching her from behind whilst she is dancing in leather leggings as if she were in an Ariana Grande music video. When she turns around, the viewer immediately notices that she is a child. The camera repeatedly zooms in on minors' bodies, within one instance, the camera glancing at Amy's panty-exposed buttocks after her pair of tight leather pants are forcefully pulled down in the midst of a scuffle between two other girls. One girl slaps Amy's buttocks and criticizes them for being flat. Amy gets pantsed in public and we can only see her in her underwear. Kamba blows into a used condom thinking that it's a balloon, then she sticks it in her shirt. One disturbing scene has Amy dancing in just her vest and underwear. In another scene, the girls run into what appears to be a bar and get in trouble with security guards. With the threat of their parents being called, the girls convince them that they are dancers, with Amy proving it by dancing and twerking, and the security guard allows the girls to leave. Before the movie was released, the director had to audition over 800 girls to twerk to see who gets the roles. And yes, I'm not joking, this is actually true. There is a scene where Amy steals her cousin's phone and posts a nude photo, and this scene also has other problems. Stealing her cousin's phone was a terrible thing to do for obvious reasons, and the fact that she was posting a nude photo makes it even worse. It was never brought up again in the film, which makes the only reason this scene exists mainly for fetish. 2. The title itself, which is a direct translation of the original French language title, is already a red flag. 3. Hypocrisy. As mentioned before, the film claims to have an anti-pedophilic message, which is that sexualizing minors is wrong, when the film actually came across as entirely participating in and promoting pedophilia by using actual filmed footage of sexualized minors. For this message to work properly, they wouldn't have filmed sexualized young girls or them doing inappropriate acts at all. 4. Outside of the filmed footage of sexualized children, both the acting and dialogue are really poor, especially for the English dub. 5. Even if one can ignore that they contain filmed footage of sexualized children, the dance scenes are rather cringe-worthy to watch. 6. The characterization is very poor and sexist. Amy, the main protagonist, is extremely unlikable as she does just about anything to fit in, even in an overly sexualized way. She also stabs a student with a pencil, pushes someone into the lake to the tip as she blankly watches her drown, and scoffs at her own mother after falling. What pours the salt onto the wound is that she doesn't receive any comeuppance for her actions, and the movie expects the viewers to sympathize with her. She is also supposed to be the sympathetic protagonist who was constantly mistreated by the mean popular girls of her school and is now going down a path by rebelling against her family and their traditions. But the way she was written was so poorly done that it made it really difficult for audiences to root for her due to all her horrible actions as mentioned above. And therefore she comes off as a complete jerk who is a selfish spoiled brat who does a lot of heinous, amoral and unlikable acts which would fit right in the antagonistic role. Angelica is also a generic mean popular girl who is the cause of Amy's unlikable personality. This can also be said about Kamba and Jesson to a lesser extent. Yasmin. The strict and concerned parents who are trying to reason and discipline their children are depicted as the main antagonists of the film, even though they all had good intentions, particularly Amy's mother, Mariam. The male background characters are all portrayed as pedophilic, forgettable, or treated as child predators. 7. Really ugly and unbearably disgusting cinematography that would make you want to vomit if you would look at them for several minutes, with the film containing many instances in which the camera literally zooms in on either the rear ends of 11-year-olds twerking or the bodies of the aforementioned 11-year-olds. 8. Many scenes serve no reason to be in the movie, other than to needlessly pad out the runtime and therefore serve as filler in genre. One scene features Amy and her friends doing duck lips, which is just cringe-worthy. 9. The film is also anti-Muslim propaganda, as the Muslim character, Amy, is shown as needing to be saved from her religion. Speaking of anti-Muslim propaganda, there's a scene where Amy uses her hijab during praying with her family to cover herself and hide the fact that she's using her phone, which is not only stupid because nobody ever does that, but also because it's impossible to do something like this without being noticed. 10. The misleading original French poster gives off the illusion that it is a fun, family-friendly film when it could not be any further from the truth. Unlike most exploitation films such as a Serbian film, Showgirls and Reefer Madness, it tries to look innocent and play like one as if it is never aware that it is something that needs to be banned. 11. There is one scene, yes, even the first scene in the trailer and the same scene we mentioned earlier, where Angelica uses a flat iron instead of a hair dryer or hair iron for her hair. Well, this implies that she cannot afford an actual hair iron, which itself is laughable, since affordable hair irons exist. Not only does this ruin your hair, but it is also very dangerous. 12. The dialogue is pretty laughable. 13. Because of the negative reception of this film, even though the critic reviews of this film are positive, which proves that some film critics aren't any smarter than game journalists nowadays, and Motley Crue's The Dirt, needless to say, Netflix became hated and infamous for defending the film. The rate of Netflix subscription cancellations in the United States increased significantly, all to the point where this film ruined Netflix's reputation as a whole, that is, until they released Squid Game, All of Us Are Dead, Juvenile Justice, Close Enough, Inside Job, Midnight Mass, Lucifer, The Fear Street Trilogy, Trees, Arcane, League of Legends, Inventing Anna, Al-Rabi School for Girls, One of Us is Lying, Peaky Blinders, The Atom Project, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stone Ocean, Pokemon Journeys, Pokemon Master Journeys, Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, Kid Cosmic, Hilda, Comey Can't Communicate and The Cuphead Show, all of which made them popular again. And 14. The film overall makes the French film industry look bad for the said reasons, which is not true in any way. That is until Where is Anne Frank and My Father's Secret came out a year later and received higher ratings and better reviews than Cuties. Overall, I think Cities receives a 0 out of 10. It gets cootie shit. And also, if you happen to see this movie on your Netflix recommendations, then do not watch this shit. Instead, watch better Netflix media such as the following: Big Mouth, The Tales of Arcadia Trilogy, Hilda, BoJack Horseman, The Cuphead Show, The Epic Tales of Captain Underpants, Arlo the Alligator Boy and Its Show, Carmen Sandiego, Castlevania, Green Eggs and Ham, Voltron, Legendary Defender, Squid Game, The Johnny Test Reboot, Buddy Thunderstruck, Pokemon Journeys the Series, Pokemon Master Journeys the Series, Pokemon Ultimate Journeys the Series, Kid Cosmic, Glitch Tex, Agretsuko, Love Death and Robots, Comey Can't Communicate, The Dragon Prince, Inside Job, Arcane, Maya and the 3, Klaus, and the Sea Beast. They are all a lot better than this ugly piece of shit. End of Extreme Mega Killer Rant.